Here on Escape to the Country, we make it our mission to turn dreams into reality.
There's nowhere in the world as beautiful as this. I've been to a lot of places, but this is absolutely stunning.
A few bumps along the way are to be expected.
You definitely won me over with the location, for sure.
I'm not sensing as much love with the house.
But rest assured, we always aim to please.
It looks huge.
Well, you did say you like something big,
I
didn't
did,
you?
I did, yeah.
Be careful what you wish for, because we might just give it to you on this show.
And deliver some unexpected but most welcome surprises.
I didn't ask for views out my bedroom window, but I'll take them.
We just throw that one in there.
Argyll and Bute. Secluded, untouched, and wild. But despite this, it's a wee bit tricky to keep under wraps.
Sometimes it's hard to keep a secret, especially when it's as beautiful as this little-known stretch of Argyll and Bute coastline. It's actually called the Secret Coast. Now, we all know what a secret is, so shh. Let's just keep this one between ourselves.
You'll find Argyll and Bute on the west coast of Scotland. An area that boasts more than 2,200 miles of coastline and where almost 80% of residents live within half a mile of the water.
What I love about Argyll and Bute is the stunning scenery that we have around here. It's probably one of the best in the world. The wildlife is amazing. I see porpoise all the time, dolphins, seals, sea otters. We've got a pair of golden eagles, ospreys, all things like that, which is just stunning. It's a beautiful place to live.
The village of Tinabruach on the Cowell Peninsula in Argyll is bordered by the Isles of Bute and Loch Fyne. It has an art gallery, shops, cafes and restaurants, including this one, owned by Rajinder Kumar, who moved here with his family 10 years ago.
Just look at the beautiful scenery, the lush greenery. We always call it the rainforest because it is such a beautiful part of Scotland, and also it's got amazing small family-run businesses, and that's the reason why we moved to Argyll and Bute.
The village of Kames, meanwhile, has a store, a family-run hotel and restaurant, plus more of those epic vistas across the Isle of Bute. And, as we've just heard, those who live here believe their little slice of paradise to be one of the most special in the world.
Today's escapee has climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, explored volcanoes, and been to the Everest Base Camp not once, but twice. And now she's about to start her next big adventure, the one that brings her back home.
This is the outside of my flat. I have a seating area there, which is nice for entertaining. It's bigger than I have indoors. And if I go up some stairs here, and this is the sea.
Irene, born and bred in Glasgow, has lived in the Kent town of Westgate-on-Sea for 43 years and in this two-bed flat for the past 8.
I've brought 3 children up here, but they don't live here anymore. One has moved to New Zealand, one has moved to Canada, and the other one's in the Arctic. They all love Scotland, they've all been to Scotland hiking, they're very much outdoor people, and they're all really excited for me.
Irene's children, it seems, have inherited her adventurous spirit.
I love travelling. I've been to lots of places all over the world, especially hiking. I've climbed Kilimanjaro, I've been to Everest Base Camp twice, I've climbed volcanoes in Ecuador, I've done a lot of great walks in New Zealand, but I've done very little in mainland Scotland.
Recently retired from a nursing career of nearly 5 decades, Irene knows exactly how she wants to fill her days when she moves back to Scotland.
I like walking, I like to do a bit of climbing, I'd like to take up wild water swimming. I'd also like to learn the bagpipes, but I don't know whether I'll find anyone to teach me that.
Irene's after a detached property with an open-plan kitchen diner and at least 3 bedrooms, one of which should be en suite. A waterside location and stunning views are also must-haves. Her budget? £350,000.
I don't often get to come to this part of the world, so this is a real treat. And when you look at scenery like this, you can see why Irene will be itching to get back here. I think she's going to love being close to mountains full time. But this next chapter for her, coming home to her roots, I think is going to be the next wild and wonderful exploration to add to her list.
Our search begins in the northwest of the Cowal Peninsula in Argyll, in the village of Stracha. It sits on the shores of Loch Fyne and offers all the everyday essentials one could need, including a tea room that doubles as the grocer's and post office. The village is also home to the Stracha Piping Association, so that's Irene's dream of learning to play the bagpipes sorted. I'm meeting her down on the shoreline to chat more about this momentous homecoming.
Welcome home.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you for bringing me up here, but why have you chosen to come back now?
Because I've recently taken full retirement and I just want a different way of life. I have nothing to keep me back down in England anymore. I've got no family there, I have family here. So I wanted an area in Scotland where it would be within easy reach of Glasgow so as I could visit my family.
When you move here, what are you hoping your next adventure will be?
I'd like to start climbing the Munros. I'd like to do lots of the nice walking routes that are around. I'm hoping to join a community. I'm hoping to perhaps take up some volunteering in whatever aspect. I think moving up here on my own, I have to be able to put myself out and find people to make friends with.
Well, you have the spirit of adventure, that's for sure. All we need to do is get you walking in the direction of the first property. Follow me.
Sounds good.
Just a 5-minute walk from the shore of Loch Fyne sits our first property.
Here it is, Irene. Built 1989 and had a really good refurb by the current owners.
Oh, yeah, I think it looks really nice. Yeah, it's definitely a nice location. It's quite high, so hopefully nice views of the loch.
Well, it's what you asked for, being able
Yes,
to step out of your house, get down to the water.
Definitely. I definitely love the location.
Ready to look inside?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
For sure.
The present owners have lived here for the past 5 years and, like Irene, are moving to be closer to family. The front door, located at the side of the house, opens into an entrance hall, at the end of which is
The kitchen. A kitchen diner, sort of open plan through to the living room.
I like the look of the units. Looks like there's lots of space. Yeah, it looks nice.
Looks
yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Do you cook a lot?
At the moment I don't, but I do intend to kind of change that, yeah. And that's why I wanted a big open plan kitchen diner. It's not wowing me, but it's a case of trying to balance it out. Location, house. Yeah, I think it's perfectly big enough for me, definitely.
It's not love at first sight for Irene, and that's okay, because there is a lot to commend this immaculately presented home.
The current owners told me what made them fall in love with this property, and I want to show you. Come this way. And just take a look over here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Beautiful view.
Yes.
Yeah. I can just see me sitting there with my binoculars, yeah.
And of course, through here, you've got all of this open plan space.
Yeah.
It's So it's quite cosy,
Yeah,
it looks to
it's
me.
a nice room. I like this room.
Hosting Christmas, or do you hand that over to the children now?
No, yeah, that's a problem I have at the moment in the flat. When I have Christmas with the family, it's too small, yeah. So I can just see here, and then everybody can speak to each other, whether you're there, or whether you're cooking in the kitchen, yeah.
And then head out for a lovely Christmas Day walk.
Yeah, definitely, around the loch. Sounds perfect.
We're checking out the bedrooms now. Back along the entrance hall on the ground floor is the family bathroom, with a double bedroom next door, currently in use as a craft room. Upstairs there's another double with an ensuite shower.
My first impressions perhaps are it's perhaps a little bit on the small side. There wouldn't be an awful lot of room for furniture, I don't think, in here.
And this, the third and final double, with stunning views across the loch.
Yeah, I think having that view would be amazing. And it's a fairly decent size.
And they've built in this storage
Oh,
shed.
that's built-in storage, is it? Yeah. Yeah, it looks nice for a guest bedroom, for sure.
So I think we've won you over with this location.
You definitely won me over with the location, for sure, yeah.
I'm not sensing as much love with the house at the
No,
moment.
I'm not sure whether I maybe want it a little bit bigger. I think generally, maybe it looks a bit small upstairs, maybe because the third bedroom's downstairs. You know, I've been in a small flat for the past 8 years, but previous to that I had a big 5-bedroomed house, and I'm thinking I'm going back to that, although I don't really want to go back to that, but that's maybe what I'm feeling, so maybe something a little bit bigger, but I'm not ruling it out.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, because we've still got the garden to view, and that is very generous. Accessed via a set of French doors from the kitchen, steps lead down to a spacious patio. The thoughtfully landscaped garden includes a veggie patch, a greenhouse, and a workshop, as well as several seating areas from which to enjoy the beautiful surroundings.
How are you feeling about the outside space?
Yeah, I think it looks perhaps a little bit big, but I don't think it's anything perhaps that I couldn't manage. I'd like to learn more about gardening. I did think I would like to grow my own vegetables, so I see that there's some vegetable plots there, all just ready, just for planting.
So the only thing you need to know now is how much this house is on the market for.
I think given the location and the views from the house, the views from the garden, I think it's probably near the top end of my budget. So I will guess 340,000.
Property in Scotland is sold through a sealed bid system. How much you actually pay depends on how much interest there is. If lots of potential buyers make offers, the price rises.
This house has been put on just a couple of weeks ago for offers over 325,000.
Yeah, I think it's quite surprising, the price of it. Of course, you have to add that extra bit on because we're in Scotland and it's always offers over. But I think there's a lot here for your money, yeah.
This modern detached home offers an open plan kitchen, dining, living room, 3 bedrooms and a generous garden. In the heart of a sought-after village, just minutes from the shores of Loch Fyne, it's on the market for offers over £325,000.
My first impressions was that perhaps it was a little bit small, but it's the first house I've seen, so I'm not ruling it out, but I think the location is amazing. It would be amazing to live here. So overall, I like it. I feel as if I just need to have something to compare it with.
Oh, you're going to have to drag me away from this view. But have you seen enough?
Yes, I think so.
All right,
yeah,
let's keep moving.
Okay.
Dunoon, on the eastern shore of the Cowal Peninsula, is the largest town in Argyll, home to just over 7,000 people.
So what I love about Dunoon is there's a different pace of life here. It's a very nice, slow pace of life. feels like we're on an island almost, but we're not. We're actually still part of the mainland. We have an absolutely wonderful community in Dunoon. It's such a supportive place to live. There's lots and lots to do, so don't let anyone tell you there's nothing to do in Dunoon. There's lots to do. There's many clubs. I'm part of a wonderful hill running club, lots of wild swimming. It's just a really nice vibe in Dunoon.
This resplendent Victorian seaside resort with its handsome pier and wide promenade was once the playground of wealthy Glaswegians who hopped across the Firth of Clyde for a spot of R&R in their holiday mansions. Today, independent businesses rub shoulders with high street chains. Plus, there's a cultural centre with a vibrant schedule of music, theatre and art. Glasgow is just 30 miles away as the crow flies. The easiest way to get there is to make the 25-minute ferry crossing from Dunoon Pier to Gourock, where there's a train station with direct services into the city. Down on Dunoon's West Bay with its shingle beach, Irene is meeting Jacqueline Willis from the Grab Trust, a charitable social enterprise that addresses waste and recycling issues in Argyll and Bute.
Hi, Irene.
Hi, Jackie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Dunoon.
Thank you.
Jacqueline works for the Trust's Beach and Marine Litter project, providing free educational workshops with schools and community groups and helping them to facilitate beach cleanups.
I can give you a set of those.
Thank you.
There's a bag for you.
Thank you.
The biggest part of my job is about educating the younger generation, but the Grab Trust supports people all over Argyll and Bute carrying out beach cleans wherever they want to do that.
And you have lots of volunteers to help you?
Yeah, we rely very heavily on volunteers. We're a very small charity and we get a huge amount of support from volunteers in the local community. We couldn't do a fraction of what we do without the volunteers.
What's the most frequent type of items that you find that people leave?
Well, as you're picking that up, that's quite convenient. So a lot of takeaway food and drink packaging, that makes up a big percentage of what we find on the beach. The cups that are single use can't actually be recycled in Argyll and Bute. We don't have the infrastructure to do that. So even if you take one of those cups and put it in the recycling, it won't be recycled. So trying to encourage people to, if you're the kind of person who likes a coffee on the go, take your own cup with you, take your reusable water bottle. We have fill stations all over the country now as well. So trying to encourage people to use a refillable water bottle wherever they can.
Single-use plastic bottles, another common find on the beach here, will last 450 years before breaking down into harmful microplastics. And plastic-stemmed cotton buds are another problem product, even though they've been banned in Scotland since 2019.
And most of the litter is from people, it's come from the land, it's not coming in from the sea.
So 80% of what we find on the beach is coming from the land, and only 20% is coming from the sea, from fishing, from commercial shipping, from other marine industries. So most of it's coming from the land,
Just 2 minutes of litter picking each day can have a hugely positive impact on a community. It's time now to see if we can clean up on the house front. We're heading into the Loch Lomond and the Trossachs National Park now, to the village of Loch Goilhead. Situated at the northern end of Loch Goil, the 400 or so residents are served by a post office, a GP surgery, a bowling club with an active social calendar, buses to the towns of Helensburgh and Dunoon, and a small hotel and pub. In the centre of the village, this 20-year-old detached property caught our eye, and I'm hopeful it will catch Irene's too.
Right, so house number 2 is this.
It is big.
Yay!
It looks lovely. So I like the whiteness of it, I like it very much. Excited to see inside it.
Well, so you should be. It's a gorgeous house. You've got a little burn just running there, a little stream, so you get the sound of running water. And what do you think about this
Oh,
your
I think
backdrop.
again, you know, it's beautiful. It's what I would really love, yeah, to be by a loch, to be by the mountains, yeah, yeah, to have this peace and quiet.
Let's have a look inside.
This home was designed to make the most of those loch views.
Here we come. So this is the entrance hallway, which is very generous, but for this house, all the action happens upstairs.
All of the living accommodation fans off this corridor.
So, kitchen this way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a good size, nice wooden floor throughout. Again, I like the open plan. I can get a bigger table even in there. What can you say about the view? Having dinners, looking at that view. What more could you ask for?
Give me marks out of 10 so far. I know we've just entered the house.
I shall go for an 8 out of 10 just now.
Ooh, that's pretty high. I'll take an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
So I'm feeling pretty confident I can get us up to a 9, 9.5 with the next room. Come on, good.
Wow.
Wow, I got wow, yes.
Oh, that even seems much more close than what I would have imagined it to be after walking up the hill. I feel as if I'm right on the edge of the loch there. That is an amazing view. You might get a 9 out of 10 for this one.
What do you think for this as your living room?
I mean, I don't know, maybe it seems a bit small, but when you see they've got a 3-seater, a 2-seater and a chair there, then it's obviously not small if you can fit all of that in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Emotionally, how is this house hitting you?
Yeah, it makes me feel more, yeah.
It makes you
I can feel a bit...
Well, I think that's a good feeling. Let's try and hold on to it as we continue our viewing of this lovely lochside home.
So every room on this side, as you can imagine, continues the view.
Yes.
And this would be your bedroom, I presume. It does have an
the
ensuite.
Yeah, size-wise, yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah.
Just what I asked you for, yeah.
And
Except
this
I didn't ask for views out my bedroom window, but I'll take them.
we just throw that one in there. Why not?
Overlooking the rear of the property is a second bedroom, a double with built-in wardrobes.
It's quite small, but I think it's fine for a guest bedroom.
The family bathroom and a third bedroom in use as a single.
I think you could probably fit a double bed in here. Wouldn't need much in the way of decorating, I don't think.
Downstairs, off the entrance hall, there's a WC and a large utility and laundry.
I've never had a utility room ever in any house that I've been in, and I like the idea of having a utility room. I like the pulley. I haven't seen a pulley for many years.
The garden can be accessed from both levels of the house. We're using the door from the kitchen, which leads out to a gravelled space at the rear and the first of 2 wooden decks with views across the loch. Irene and I are soaking up the scenery from the higher deck.
This decking area is up here, strategically placed, so you can make the most of the location and the setting. This garden space, it's smaller than what we showed you before, so pretty much the edge of this decking is your boundary, and this is owned by the forestry, so you don't have to look after it, but you get to enjoy it.
Yeah, garden-wise, I only wanted a small garden area. I think here it looks ideal. You could get nice garden furniture for here. Probably get the sun most of the day, sunsets in the evening, loch views, sitting here with a glass of wine. Yeah, it does sound perfect.
So there's only one thing you need to know now, and that's the price.
I'm going to guess this one round about top of my budget, so I'm going to say £350,000.
Well, this house is on the market for offers over £285,000.
Really?
Yes.
My goodness. So any work I wanted to do inside, like take the carpets up and put wooden floors in, is easily achievable, yeah. Changing the kitchen maybe a little bit.
You're talking like a lady who's thinking of moving in soon. I like this, Irene. I suspect you'd like to spend a bit more time looking at this one.
Yeah, I'll have another look, please.
Yeah, you go and do that. Enjoy
Yeah.
yourself. Start to picture what you might spend the extra money on.
Yeah.
And I'll see you later on.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
This handsome detached property has been designed to make the most of its spectacular lochside location. It has an open-plan kitchen dining room, a lounge and 3 bedrooms, with an easy-to-maintain garden featuring 2 decked seating areas. It's priced at offers over £285,000.
I think I could see myself living in this house. I love the house from the outside. I love the look of it. I love the size of it. I like the inside of it. Definitely very surprised by the price. I'd be able to do the things that I wanted to do to change the house.
Oh, Irene, it is stunning. I absolutely love it here.
It is really beautiful. Yeah, it really is stunning. Yeah.
You've got a lot to think about now, haven't you?
I have.
Shall we go have a chat?
Okay.
Come on.
We're making the most of the glorious late afternoon sun and finishing up our day with a gentle stroll on a trail that skirts the edge of Loch Goil.
So we're here on the Loch Lomond and Cowell Way, which is said to give you 57 miles to see Scotland. That's not a bad walk, is it?
No, 57 miles of views like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is there not to like? I mean, there's nowhere in the world as beautiful as this. I've been to a lot of places, but this is absolutely stunning. I can imagine myself doing lots of walking. Even in the rain, I can imagine it's just as beautiful in the rain.
And today we've seen a couple of properties, haven't we? How are you feeling?
It's opened my eyes to the areas, really, you know, both areas you've showed me. I could quite easily live in either of those areas, yeah, which I didn't really, well, I knew about, but never really been there.
Different to what you've been living in for the last 40 years or so?
Definitely. I certainly don't have views. I've a view of the sea, but I don't have views of this. I love the mountains, I love the trees, yeah. Definitely a big change that I'm really looking forward to.
Well, I'm certainly enjoying walking here, and if there's anywhere that's going to help you clear your head and make some decisions, it's here.
If a spot of the Scottish high life is calling you, here's the lowdown on property prices. The average price of a detached house in Scotland is currently just shy of £344,000, nearly £100,000 under the UK average. In Argyll and Bute, there's better news still, because a detached home here will set you back around £315,000. Now that's grabbed your attention, take a look at some other property options on the market right now. Offers over £210,000 could land you this detached bungalow with 2 receptions, a well-appointed modern kitchen and 3 double bedrooms. This striking detached home that sits on a plot of just over an acre is on the market for offers over £480,000. It boasts 4 reception rooms, including this one with an enormous bay window, a conservatory and a country kitchen complete with range cooker. Upstairs there are 4 spacious double bedrooms, 2 of which have views across the Firth of Clyde. If you fancy a short break, this self-catering holiday cottage has a lovely garden with a raised deck for enjoying views across Loch Long. It has a contemporary kitchen diner, a cosy lounge and 2 bedrooms, each with an ensuite. Prices start at £450 for a 7-night stay.
This is a homecoming for Irene, but she's going to be moving to a part of Scotland that she hasn't lived in before, so it's a real adventure. And it does mean that for me, myself and Irene, this is a steep learning curve. So what do we know so far? Well, she loves the landscape, but the property is going to be all important. So today we're going to answer the age-old question, is bigger really better?
It's Mystery House time, and we're heading to the town of Dunoon on the banks of the Firth of Clyde. We've already shown Irene around the town this week, and on the outskirts, we've found this detached house that offers both a period charm and space. Two things I sense Irene's been missing from our property offerings so far.
Well, if you're looking for big, you certainly get it with this house. It's a grand size, lots of charm. I mean, look at this stonework and the mullioned windows. This could be all the house that Irene ever needs.
The compromise? It doesn't have the lock views of yesterday's properties, but the stunning Firth of Clyde coastline is just a 5-minute walk from the front door. The house is already vacant and has a rather interesting history.
So this rather inauspicious looking room used to be the bishop's room, and that should give you a hint as to the previous life of this property.
Yep, it's the former rectory to the neighbouring church.
I wonder what Irene will make of it. I suspect she wants a few more creature comforts than the bishop was willing to put up with, and probably a bigger bedroom.
And she'd be in luck, because there are 4 enormous ones here. Let's see what she makes of it.
So here we are in Dunoon, and that is our mystery house.
One house.
One house, all of it.
Oh, it looks very big, yeah. I love the stone. I love the old stone. It looks huge. It looks huge
Well,
from
you
the
did
outside.
say you like something big, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Be careful
Yeah.
what you wish for, because we might just give it to you on this show. Now, the midges are descending. Shall we get inside?
Yeah.
Come on.
The rectory was built around 1850 and has an elegant entrance hall,
Very grand.
off which are what the particulars note as 2 bedrooms. The most recent resident used them both as offices, and they could easily be turned into reception rooms.
First thing you'll notice is that this is an empty room.
Yeah.
But it means you've got blank space to really, one, appreciate the grandeur and the size.
Yeah, I like the high ceilings. It reminds me of my family home.
Look at those windows.
Yeah, the windows look lovely, yeah. There's lots you could do with this room. I think it would need a bit of thought, yeah, as to what I would do.
Well, I have one suggestion, but we need to explore the room behind first.
So this is the most modern part of this house, as you can see. The kitchen was redone 5 years ago.
I'm quite surprised the kitchen's so modern, yeah. I think maybe on the whole, I was hoping perhaps a more open kitchen diner.
That could be achieved here, subject to the relevant planning consents, since this whole cluster of rare rooms could be reconfigured to create an enormous kitchen, breakfast, family room. The middle floor houses a light-filled sitting room and a spacious family bathroom. We're heading to the top floor, where there are 2 further bedrooms.
So this bedroom, like the rest of the house, empty but big. And it comes with a space behind there for a dressing room.
I do like old properties, but this isn't really giving me the feel of being an old property. I would want to maybe take it back to the original, perhaps original skirting boards, perhaps a picture rail would be nice round here. And I know I said I wanted slightly bigger rooms, but I just think this maybe is just too much, perhaps, for me to take on.
There's a lot here, isn't there? There's a lot to do.
It may not be Irene's dream home, but I am still keen to know what she thinks this property might cost.
How much do you think it's on the market for?
I'm probably going to go below budget with this one because I feel it needs quite a lot of work doing to it, and I'm going to guess at £275,000.
Oh, come on, Irene. This is telling me what you think of this property, and you have said it needs a lot of work in your opinion.
Yeah.
It's on the market for offers over £340,000. Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
This detached Victorian rectory has 4 bedrooms, a modern kitchen, 2 receptions and a decent-sized garden. It's a 5-minute walk from Dunoon Promenade and is on the market for offers over £340,000.
I think for me, I think there's too much work. It's too big a project for me to take on. I think I like the idea of having an older house, a period house, but I think realistically for me on my own, I'm probably better to look for something more modern and take the smaller rooms.
Yeah. Have you seen enough, do you think?
I think so, yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
I'm taking a break from house hunting and boarding the passenger ferry from Collintrive in Argyll for a little adventure.
The vessel is also equipped with sufficient life jackets, with donning instructions provided for all on board.
Western Scotland is renowned for its epic ferry crossings, with some journeys to the islands taking hours. Luckily, others are much more straightforward, like this one that I'm on. This is 5 minutes, so it's much less arduous. We're going from the mainland of Argyll to the island of Bute, where I'm off to meet artist Sam Kilday.
Here on the shore at Revolving, I'm meeting Sam to find out all about the escape that he and his wife made here in 2022.
Sam, it's lovely to meet you. What brought you to this beautiful island?
Yeah, we moved from Paisley in the central belt of Scotland. So we were right beside Glasgow Airport and the motorway and the suburbs. So we felt quite disconnected from nature. But moving here, we can walk out our door, we're in beautiful landscapes like this with the sea, we can jump in our kayaks, we can go walking through the hills or the forest. But it's certainly a quieter place and yeah, much more inspiring.
Sam now lives a lifestyle that allows him to indulge his many passions and interests.
I work in tourism. I work in the visitor centre here in the island. I've worked in tourism and travelled all over Scotland, so I get to tell people a bit about the island here, the nature and things that they can see, but also what they're going to do when they travel on, if they're travelling further north. But as well as doing the tourist job in the season, I also design and build websites. I'm a photographer, but I also work with an organisation called Charts, the Cultural Heritage and Arts of Argyll and Bute. I work engaging with local artists. We've got filmmakers, photographers, various craft makers, artists, painters. I think it's quite an inspiring place. It's just a hotbed of talent here locally, I think.
Sam is a skilled woodcarver, and today, in amongst the 160 hectares of community-owned forest here, he's kindly agreed to share his talents with me.
I see we've got some friends up here.
Yeah.
A Scottish hazard.
Yeah, that's it.
The midges.
Our national animal.
Sam uses forest timber that he finds on the beach and in the forest to create abstract art forms like this.
So try and keep your arm on the wood, and it's like acts as a stabiliser.
Yeah.
And then you just pivoting a wee bit.
Oh, you make it look so easy. Let's see how I do.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to come down the hill to the bottom.
Okay.
And he uses just a couple of basic tools like this gouge.
So we're making little curls, taking little chips out of the wood. And gently, don't push too hard.
Bit more gentle, Denise. It's so beautiful. And what I love about this effect is all this sort of rippling.
Yeah, so we call them facets.
Okay.
And each of them catches the light differently. So they kind of can shimmer in the light when you move it around.
There is something inherently soothing about this activity, and many woodcarvers, Sam included, describe how it fosters a deeper connection to the environment.
Sitting out here in nature.
With the midges.
No, the midges, yeah.
I don't know if I can make peace with the midges.
No.
I had rather hoped that some of Sam's talent might rub off on me.
I'm not looking like the best student, am I?
But I'm not sure that's the case.
Takes a lot of time, takes a lot of patience.
I can see that. I probably have less patience than you. I'll probably leave this to the expert. Your work is beautiful, and I'm best placed looking for houses. Well, our expedition with Irene is nearly over. We've shown her so much, everything from modern to traditional, and some stunning views. I cannot wait to find out what she's going to do next. Hello, Irene.
Hi, Denise.
I see you found a beautiful,
Beautiful.
calm, peaceful spot. Somewhere perfect for contemplating everything we've shown you. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling quite positive about it all. The houses you showed me yesterday were great. The location, I think, to me is probably more important than the house. I think that I've come to realise that. And I think it's made me realise that I don't want an older property. I think I'm probably better to take a more modern property, perhaps on my own. Certainly the mystery house was too big a project for me to take on.
But you were definitely taken by our first two houses and those magnificent loch views.
The first view was amazing. I didn't think you'd be able to beat that first view, but with the second house, the view was even more spectacular. And I preferred the second house to the first house. I could see myself living in that house. I liked the way it was laying all in the upper floor with amazing views of the loch. I think that is where I would like to be, round about that area, Loch Goyle Head, and definitely with access to the national park, the Trossachs National Park, definitely.
What are you going to do next?
I think because that's the first time I've looked at properties, although I really liked the second one and I loved the location, I think that I will have a look and see what else is on the market round about the same area before I make any decisions on what to do. So yeah, but you've definitely opened up the area where I feel that I really want to be in Scotland.
Do let us know how you get on, because it's been such a pleasure showing you how life can be when you move back home.
Thank you so much for introducing me back to Scotland, and I'll definitely let you know when I have a property, and hopefully it won't be too long.
Usually on Escape to the Country, I'm showing people places that they've never been to before. But this week with Irene, it's been all about coming home. But even for a homecoming, this has been a brand new expedition for an adventurer like her. Now, we may not have found her perfect home, but I know for sure we are definitely a lot closer to her moving back and starting this amazing new chapter of her life. And I, for one, can't wait for that to start for her. I'll see you next time on Escape to the Country.
If you would like to escape to the country in Scotland, England, Northern Ireland or Wales and need our help, why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.